Zimmon. This is Wrestling Unlimited. So this past Saturday night at Money in the Bank, we did see Ron Killings, R-Truth, whatever you want to call him, return to WWE. And I say return because at one point he was gone from the company. Some may say, oh, his contract didn't even expire yet, so how can you call it a return? Well, it's a return because he was legitimately told, hey, you're no longer with WWE once your contract expires. Many think that it was a work, and Truth himself has stated it's not a work, as we got a lot of new info on this. As first off, let's check out some tweets from Ron Killings himself. The first one here comes after he responded to a fan that said that this was one of the greatest moments in wrestling history, and we all got worked, with Truth responding with, no work. Another fan sent out a tweet stating that the fans used their voice to get a man's job back, where Truth responded with, quote, no cap. Hashtag we want truth was seen, heard, felt, and understood. Believe me when I say this. I love every one of y'all to death. Tears emoji. We made history together. Now, Fightful has a good amount of information on this and the return of R-Truth, stating, quote, R-Truth is back with WWE before he ever technically left, and it's not a work. R-Truth appeared at the end of WWE Money in the Bank attacking John Cena. A week prior, he announced his, quote, release from the company, which WWE clarified to Fightful at the time was actually a contract expiration that was occurring. His contract had not actually expired, but sources close to Ron R-Truth Killings did claim that he has a new deal. His son has seemingly confirmed as much on social media. Over the week that followed, wrestling companies, promoters, and reps reached out to Ron Killings R-Truth and were hopeful that they could book him for upcoming shows. A number of talent noted to Fightful that they spoke with R-Truth and specified repeatedly that the situation was not a work. We are told that there were, quote, many tears over Killings' departure, and he was flooded with phone calls and messages, and that Killings seemed, quote, shocked and kind of disgusted, as we all were. Specifically, one talent noted that Truth was cut, quote, in a very cold and impersonal way, with a talent relations employee informing him, quote, instead of top brass in the company. We were told that Killings actually ignored many of WWE's approaches during the week until Nick Khan took over and called Killings to work out a new deal. We're told that the new deal was a, quote, meeting halfway situation. One talent that Killings worked with for over a decade stated to Fightful, quote, Ronnie wouldn't do that. If he had to maintain a work like that, he'd just ask us not to say anything. He would never lie to us about that. I think that Paul also knows that lying to or working the locker room is horrible taste. In response to Triple H claiming R-Truth's departure and appearance was part of the show, a number of talent reached out to outright claim the opposite. Truth's son, Christopher Killings, also posted a cap in response to the claims of it, quote, being a part of the show. Another talent saw Killings' son calling Cap a lie on Triple H's comment and said, quote, see, you can't control all of these conversations. Another veteran responded to the situation saying, quote, I can tell Hunter doesn't like it. He doesn't like the fans hijacking creative, before elaborating their disbelief of it being an elaborate plan in very colorful manner. Throughout the week, one of Killings' friends in the company said, quote, it's hard to feel good when we fired Santa Claus. Obviously, the mood was much different, with everyone excited that Truth made a return. PWInsider.com also reported that the deal came together in the last 72 hours. So if everyone going out there and saying, this is a work, you're all getting played, and da-da-da-da, you're wrong. You're wrong. And here's my biggest thing on this. 3 people last Sunday, well, 2 Sundays ago now, were informed your contracts are not being renewed. You are being let go by the company when your contract is up. There is no way that they are going to tell 2 people that for real and 1 person that for fake, for a storyline. There's no way they're going to do that. They're not going to tell Carlito and Valhalla, we're not retaining your services. We're going to let you go when your contract's up. But then tell Ron Killings R-Truth, hey, we're letting people go. How about we pretend we let you go and then you play it up on social media? They would never do that. So that's the biggest indicator right there that this was shoot from the start, I guess you would say, a real deal that has now worked itself back around to this man getting his job back in some form. It sounds like what he wanted is not exactly what he's getting, but there was, as FIFO wrote, a meet in the middle deal here as far as getting that new contract signed and what is actually going to persist of that contract. We don't know contract details or anything right now, but if we do hear anything further on R-Truth, Ron Killings being back with WWE, as that is the name he's going by, Ron Killings, love it for you right here. Pro Wrestling Unlimited. As it's not a work, guys. It's not a work. And everyone that thinks it's a work, you're being worked then to think it's a work.